tacticians and generals always tried to give their troops a way to crush the enemy. Using the cover of darkness, the nighttime hours could give them that advantage, and through the centuries they made various attempts to use it. The problem is that it's incredibly dangerous. Navigation is difficult, and traditional means of illumination, such as fire, easily ruin much of that advantage by giving away positions and alerting the enemy on upcoming attacks. It wasn't until World War II that nighttime combat could truly become a tool of war. While night vision technology during this period was rudimentary, it quickly proved itself and showed tacticians it was something that needed to be further exploited and developed. Although the first practical night vision device was created by Vladimir Zworykin, a Russian-American inventor, engineer, and pioneer of television technology who was working in the US, his invention was intended for civilian use. The country that took advantage of this technology with intentions of use on the battlefield was Germany. They put considerable effort into research and development of infrared systems for their tanks and scopes for soldiers. The first night vision devices intentionally created for warfare were developed by Allgemeine Elektrizitätsgesellschaft in the early 1930s. For soldiers, the units were bulky, consisting of a gun-mounted spotlight above the scope and a large, heavy battery pack work over their shoulders. The spotlight emitted infrared light rather than visible light, allowing the user to see a very limited distance in low light conditions. The system was called Zielgerät, so aiming device 1229 Vampir, and it was developed for the Sturmgewehr 44 assault rifle. The system was very heavy, with the device itself and the battery backpack weighing 15 kilograms in total. The Vampir was first used in combat in February of 1945 as a man-portable night sniping system. A few hundred units were delivered to the German army in the last month of the war, but it isn't clear exactly how many of these made it to the battlefield. It is certain that they weren't used by German soldiers in any large number in combat conditions. Although several reports consist of snipers shooting at night with the aid of peculiar non-shining flashlights coupled with enormous optical sights mounted on their rifles. At this late stage of the war, any tactical advantage they might have given the German soldiers was likely very small in the overall scope of the fighting, though increased lethality, especially at night, was apparent. Not only was the use of infrared systems useful from a tactical standpoint, but a psychological standpoint as well. When your enemy knows you can effectively kill in the dark, this is something to fear. While the application of the device was a technical success, it was introduced too small numbers and far too late to make any great impact as an infantry small arms weapon system. It was an interesting but largely wasted effort, one that consumed huge resources and was at best a marginal benefit when used defensively.